Hello students, how are you all? Expecting all of you would be fine at home and would be preparing for your next exam and would be feeling well. I think you would be excited to come to school again, but you know that our Jharkhand government has announced that a school will be opened after few days because of severe heat. So our school management has decided to conduct the classes online till when the school gets opened again. So today we are going to start a chapter exponents and powers. You see. In this chapter, obviously maths, we will first study some exponential laws. No, some exponential laws with integral powers. Okay, that is exponential laws with integral powers. What does it say? That for any two rational numbers, maybe sometimes it is conditioned that none of the two can be zero. It sometimes any one of the two can be zero, or sometimes maybe both can be equal to zero. But we are writing in general that for any two rational numbers, say A and B non-zero. That means sometimes they may be zero, sometimes they may not be equal to zero. When will they be zero and when will they not be equal to zero? That I will explain you by writing the laws. Okay. So for any two rational numbers A and B non-zero, and two integers m and n, we have what we have? We have the following exponential laws. What are these laws? First one, you see that a raised to the power n and multiplied by a raised to the power n will be equal to a raised to the power m plus n. Remember, this is called base and this is called exponent. What in general you see x raised to the power n. What is it called? This is the base. What is that? That is base, and this one is called power or exponent or surd. That is called the power or exponent or index. This is called the base. So when we multiply two rational numbers with the same basis but different or maybe same powers, then the product is equal to the same base raised to the power equal to the sum of the two different powers. So second one is that a raised to the power m divided by a raised to the power n is equal to a raised to the power m minus n. Just a second. Okay. Number third, see that a by b, or we can say a raised to the power m multiplied by b raised to the power n, sorry, m then it is equal to a multiplied by b whole raised to the power n. Means the two bases are there and both the bases are different but powers are same. So we can take power over the product also. Okay, these are the three laws of exponents. Remaining I am going right here on frequency. Fourth law is that multiplied divided with the same basis but different powers. Next we are going to take, say, a raised to the power minus n will be equal to 1 upon a raised to the power n. Next, fifth one, that a upon b raised to the power minus n will be equal to, if you take the reciprocal of the base, means base is a upon b, so if you take b by a, then the power which is negative will become positive plus. Okay. Next is that sixth, a raised to the power n is equal to 0 or sorry, a raised to the power 0 is equal to 1. Always any number raised to the power 0 is equal to 1, but there is one condition. What is the condition? That a cannot be equal to 0 in this case. Particularly, a raised to the power 0 is equal to 1 only if a is not equal to 0. Otherwise, 0 raised to the power 0 will become undefined. 0 raised to the power 0 is undefined. So that's why we cannot take the base here as 0. Remember that. I expect all of you would have understood and would have written these are the laws, exponential laws, where a and b are any rational number and m and n are two integers. Integers m and n may be positive, negative, anything, and rational number a and b are two rational numbers, they may be positive or negative, or they may be equal to 0 also, but sometimes any one of them or maybe both of them cannot be equal to 0. For example, here in this law you can say that b cannot be equal to 0, otherwise non-zero upon 0 is equal to undefined. So here also b cannot be equal to 0. Same like that, a cannot be also equal to 0, otherwise it will become undefined. So in this law, a and b, none of the two can be equal to 0. Okay. So we will now take some questions from the exercise 12.1 from your textbook. Okay. Active mathematics, all you know that which book you study, you follow. So we are now going to start the first exercise, and that is 12.1. Exercise 12.1. This exercise. First question says that evaluate. Number 1. First one. Evaluate. What to evaluate? This is the direction for all the questions in the question number 1. First one is that 4 raised to the power minus 2. 4 raised to the power minus 2. We have to evaluate the value of this one. So let us now write down the solution, right? Solution, then after we shall write, we have, this is the exponential terms we have been given. What is that? 4 raised to the power minus 2, which will be equal to. Now, before finding the value of this one, we will first recall which is the law of exponent, which will help us to find out the value of this one. See, so we had written one law that a raised to the power minus n is equal to 1 upon a raised to the power m. So is it in this format? the base can be assumed to be A and power can be assumed to be M, then it will become in the form of A raised to the power minus M. So it will be equal to 1 upon A raised to the power N, means it can be written as to be equal to 1 upon 4 raised to the power positive 2, and that is equal to 1 upon 4 raised to the power 2, means 4 square. 4 square is 16, or if you want you can write that 4 square means what is base? Base is 4. What is exponent? Exponent is 2. Means we will multiply the base for 2 times, means 4 into 4, which is equal to 1 upon 16, and that is the required value of the given exponents. First question 4. Second question I am leaving for you. Third question also. Fourth question I will take now. You can see fourth question. Question number 4 of the same question 1, that is 1 upon 3 whole raised to the power minus 2. So we have in the question, when you go to find out the solution, first of all write here. So what do we have? We have 1 upon 3 raised to the power minus 2. Now it will be equal to how much? Say, one exponential laws we have studied, and what is that law? That A upon B whole raised to the power minus n, now is equal to, when you take the reciprocal of the base, the power which is minus will become plus, means B by A raised to the power positive n. This is the law, means the exponential law which we have studied. So according to this law, what is here? A upon B raised to the power minus m, where A is equal to 1, B is equal to 3 and n is equal to 2. So by following this rule, if you want to find out, first of all we will make the power from negative to positive. So take the reciprocal, what will you get? 3 upon minus 1, no, 3 upon 1 only, and minus 2 will become plus 2. So we can now write here, since this one can be given as a reason, is equal to 3 by 1 means 3 only raised to the power 2, and 3 square is nothing but 9. Or if you want, you can write, what is base? 3. What is the power? 2. So the base can be multiplied to itself or 2 times. Means 3 multiplied by 3, which is equal to 9, and hence that's exercise 12.1. Question number 1 is now over. There are 4 questions, out of which 2 I have done for you, expecting that you would have understood. Now remaining 2 I am leaving for you. In question number 2 we are now going to start. Question number 2. Question number 2 of the exercise 12.1. It says, simplify and express the result in positive power notation. Means there are some exponential expressions which we will have to calculate, and thereafter answer we have to give in positive powers only. So first question is that minus 3 raised to the power 6 divided by minus 3 raised to the power 8. Okay. Minus 3 raised to the power 6 divided by minus 3 raised to the power 8. Okay. So how to calculate the value of this one? Solution. We have the given expression, what is that? Minus 3 raised to the power 6 divided by minus 3 raised to the power 8. Now we have to simplify this one and have to write down the answer. in the positive power. So first of all, we will have to recall that in which exponential form is it fitting. So we know one exponential of that a raised to the power n divided by a raised to the power n is equal to a raised to the power a raised to the power m minus n. Now, when we divide two rational numbers with the same basis but different powers, the result is equal to the same base and the exponent will be equal to n minus n. But here I did not mention that every time we have to use it like this only, or there may be some more possibilities. Actually, we have to subtract m from n or n from m. That depends upon their values. One more thing, it will be written like that a raised to the power m divided by a raised to the power n can also be written as 1 upon a raised to the power n minus n. Why to write like this? See, it depends upon the value. What the value, on which value it will depend? See, it will be written, means the value of this expression will be equal to a raised to the power m minus n. When, in which case m will be greater than n. When m is greater than n, in that case we will use this value. And in which case we will write a raised to the power m divided by a raised to the power n equals 1 upon a raised to the power n minus n. When to write like this? When n is greater than m, that is when n is greater than m. So these are the two possibilities for the same exponential expression, that a raised to the power m divided by a raised to the power n is equal to a raised to the power m minus n when m will be greater than n, and the same thing will be equal to 1 upon a raised to the power n minus m when n will be greater than n. So what do we find here? We find that this value is greater than this one. No? So which case to be used? First one or second one? Obviously we can see that if you assume first to be m and second to be n, then you will see which is greater, m is greater or n is greater. Here it is very clear to see that n is greater, because the value of n is 8 and the value of m is 6. So n is greater, means we will use the second expression and then directly we will get the answer. Power is 6, division sign. So we will write it like 1 upon, what is the value of the base? Minus 3 will be done minus 3 only. And then what will be the power? n minus n. Last one minus first one. What is last one? 8 minus first, what is that? 6. So our answer will be 1 upon minus 3 raised to the power 8 minus 6 means 2. Or if you want, since it is positive power and even also, so minus will become plus. Means 1 upon 3 square. If you want, you can leave your answer here also. If you want, you can leave your answer here also. Maybe some of the students would have not understood that why this minus sign has been removed in this place. The reason is that minus 1 raised to the power n is equal to plus 1 when this one should be minus 1 raised to the power n. What is n? N is any integer. What is n? N is any positive integer or negative integer also. Integer. Power n is any integer. So minus 1 raised to the power n will be equal to plus 1 when n is even, and the same value will be equal to minus 1 when n is odd. So you can see here power is 2, which is even, That's why minus sign will be removed, because minus will be multiplied by itself for 2 times, then minus will become plus. This is the answer for the first question of question number 2 of exercise 12.1. Now we will see one more question. Now I am taking question number 4. Question number 4 of 2. This question is 2 raised to the power minus 8 divided by 2 raised to the power minus 11. 2 raised to the power minus 8 divided by 2 raised to the power minus 11 multiplied by 5 raised to the power minus 3. Okay, what is our aim? Our aim is to solve this, means simplify this, and the answer we have to write in positive exponent, means positive power. So I am writing solution here only. This one only we have to solve. Is equal to, according to board mass, first of all this should simplify the expression given inside the bracket. What is it? It is in the form of a raised to the power m divided by a raised to the power n. So we will use a formula that it can be written as a raised to the power m minus n. But I had told what, that a raised to the power m divided by a raised to the power n is equal to a raised to the power m minus n. When to write like this? When m will be greater than n, means first one should be greater than the second one. What is the first value? Is minus 8. Second value minus 11. Now we have to decide, means in place of m we have 8 and in place of n we have minus 11. We now have to decide whether m is greater or n is greater. If n is greater, we will use this one, or if n is greater, then it will be equal to 1 upon a raised to the power m minus n. Just before now we have discussed. So it is very much clear that minus 8 is greater than minus 11, means n is greater than 11, and so we will use this expression only. Now I think everybody knows that y minus 8 is greater than minus 11, because on the number line minus 8 lies to the right side of minus 11. That's why minus 8 is greater than minus 11. Okay, very good. So we will use this one only. You write, what is the value of a? The value of a is the base is 2, and then powers are minus 8 and minus 11. If you have to subtract, first write the value of m. What is that? Minus 8. Then write the value of n. What is that? Minus 11. Now is it correct? No, because this is the minus sign of the formula only, but 11 has its own sign minus. So you have to write within brackets so that you will not make any mistake. Means now it is written correctly. Minus 8 minus 11. So it is now in the form of a raised to the power m divided by a raised to the power n is equal to a raised to the power m minus n multiplied by 5 raised to the power minus 3. This one let me as a result is equal to 2 raised to the power, first of all remove the brackets, minus 8 minus plus 11 multiplied by 5 raised to the power minus 3 is equal to 2 raised to the power 11 minus 8 is equal to 3 multiplied by, it is now in the form of a raised to the power minus n, and a raised to the power minus n is equal to how much? And it is equal to 1 upon a raised to the power n below. So we use this exponential law for writing this factor in the form of 1 upon 5 raised to the power 3. Now we can see both of the two factors have the same exponent, so they can be written as 2 multiplied by 1 by 5 whole raised to the power 3 because 3 means 1, this one has no power, means 1, and it can be written as 3 also, because 1 cube is equal to 1 itself. So if it is not written, we can consider, we can understand that 1 can also be taken inside the bracket here. So you can give the reason that a raised to the power m into b raised to the power n is equal to a multiplied by b and whole raised to the power m. Okay, this is the exponential laws what we have used here. Now it is equal to 2 by 5 whole raised to the power 3. This is your answer, because the question says that you leave your answer in the positive exponents. Now you can see here that the exponent means the power 3 is positive. So this is our answer, and hence it is over. Homework will be the 2 questions only, question number 1 and question number 2. Please learn all the exponential laws what I have given at the beginning of the chapter, and solve the exercise 12.1, question number 1 and question number 2. Thank you.